Alright, Shalom. I want to start off with giving all praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
I say double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching his word in truth and sincerity and for doing well. And salutations to our fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And we're the brothers from GMSHAWAII. Just doing a quick open forum. This is the brother Labar Yahweh.
This is the brother Kahan Allah. The brother Zahab.
Khan. And me and the brothers, we try to make it a thing to get together at least once a week to do an open forum. So brothers, they had a couple of things that they were speaking about, so I'll let them go ahead and lead it. But yeah, brother, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, Khan. So, we were just having like a spiritual talks between the brother and I, and we stumbled across like an article concerning how there's more tigers in American backyards than there are in the wild, man. So we were just speaking on how when the Lord brings his judgment unto this place, man, unto Babylon the Great, he's gonna use not just the race riots, not just the famine and people to execute his judgment, but also the animals, man. And going into those tigers, these animals are huge and dangerous, man. And when that time comes, or when the Lord's gonna execute judgment, he's gonna use those as well as animals that are locked up in zoos and all sorts of animals, man. Monkeys, whatever, wolves, coyotes, all the animals are gonna come out and get some of these people, of these wicked people, man.
I got a precept. Salaki, brother. This is Jeremiah 15:1. It says, "Then said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind cannot be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and set them and let them go forth." Because you see the way Israel operates, so-called Negro, West Indian, Haitian, Latino, Native American. Yeah, I was talking to the brother in Vegas, elder brother Karatazat in Las Vegas earlier today. Like when we see how people condition, hey, the shit vex you. It make you like mad and upset. You see how our people are. Like I was looking at a short documentary on how the Levites and the Simeonites, so-called Haitians and so-called Dominicans, how they living on Hispaniola or Santo Domingo. The island, the whole island is actually called Santo Domingo. The French called it Santo Dominique, and then the Spanish called it Santo Domingo. And how they got this border between them, and they basically acting like they're strangers. They you get Simeon is oppressing Levi. Levi is trying to make a living over there. And they pretty much they can't. And these are our own people. And so when you watch this kind of stuff, it make you infuriated or vexed because you see the condition that our people have to live in. Both sides of the island are poor, but one side is doing better than the other. Clearly, the Dominican side is doing better than the Haitian side, man. And so, but when you see our people, that vexation at first it turns into like some compassion, because we're compassionate people. Hey, look at Edris, man. When Edris saw our people and the condition that our people was in, and how the heathen was ruling over us, he was, going to the Lord, asking him how long and why is it this way. Well, then the Lord told him, hey, man, there'll be many more that's going to perish and that's going to survive, man. Worry about the world, worry about those who the world is for and not for the other ones. Basically, don't worry about the 2/3, man. So it said, "Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind cannot be toward this people. Cast them from out of my sight and let them go forth." Verse 2, "And it shall come to pass, if they shall say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, such are for the death to death, and such are for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity." Yeah, because 2/3 we out here preaching this word week in and week out. Ain't nobody, we don't see us having major crowds. People are not trying to stop and really listen, especially people of our nation, man. And if we were a bunch of Edomites standing out there telling Jake all of these things that we're telling them, hey, they'll be listening. If we were somebody so-called famous, somebody, hey, we have crowds, man. We have to fight back crowds every week, man. You know, but because we look like our people, you know, we sound like our people, that our people just take us as whatever. But really, the word that we're speaking is the word of GMSHAWAII. It's the only way the Lord's going to talk to you. You know, he's not going to talk to you he's not going to get off his throne and have a one-on-one conversation with our people, man. Because he already know what our people are into. So when all hell breaks loose, hey, let them niggas go. Even the brother, Elder Karatazar was telling me the same thing. He was like, listen, brother. And then it's weird because prior to having a conversation with him, I was in a vexed mood. But then as I talked to him, I started hearing a balance. There's a balance to this thing. You got something, brother?
Yeah, kind of.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 13. It says, "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created." So like the elder brother was saying, you know, like, hey, at the end of the day, 2/3 are going to be put to death, man. And you can't be caught up in like having compassion for these 2/3, man, because at the end of the day, they're going to be cut off, and you know, and in the kingdom, that's when the Lord is going to have mercy on them. You know, you can't get caught up into your feelings having mercy on the wicked of our people. You know, but rather inquire how the elect is going to be saved and follow after the righteous, man.
Yeah. But, so it says back in Jeremiah 15:2, it says, "It shall come to pass, if they shall say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, GMSHAWAII, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine." Right, let them niggas starve, man. Hey, you see how Jake living over there in Haiti and Dominican Republic, and you might feel some type of way, but fuck them niggas, man. Like, you know why? Because like the brother said, hey, when Levi, the so-called Haitians, broke out of slavery from underneath of Esau, man, basically they were going off, man, because that was their judgment, you know. And when they broke out of slavery, did they turn back to GMSHAWAII? Hell no. They went straight into voodoo, straight into Christianism, doing all manners of wickedness unto themselves, unto each other, you know. So really, all that destruction that happened, and they're the priests of our nation. They were just the priests. Now in the kingdom of heaven, all the men of Israel are going to be priests, you know, and kings. But the point of the matter is that here it is. These are the Lord's people, Lawaya or lawyer, Salakia lawyer. That means what? Joined unto the Most High. So here it is. They were the first so-called black nation in the Western Hemisphere. All right, I mean, they've been catching hell ever since, man. They've been doubling down on them because, like the brother was saying, anybody that, like, going back to the curse of Cain, if anybody touch him, you want to reap the destruction 7 times 7, man. And what did Jake do? They got rid of the French. They killed the French, you know. And I'm not saying that, hey, slavery was a good situation, but it was our punishment. At the time that the Levites broke out of, each tried to break Esau's yoke, we were still knee deep in slavery. We were still like 200. We were just 200 years, maybe 100 years in the Americas into slavery, man. You know, and so they had been catching hell ever since. And then this Edomite was on there. He said that, you know, that's not to dismiss the fact that you had these despotic leaders. You know, it was the French fault, but it wasn't. You can't just dismiss the despotic leaders of our people, of Levi, you know, that were just basically ruling Haiti for their own needs, man. Like Papa Dot, I think his name is Papa Dot, and Baby Dot. There was the succession of fathers that were basically using Haiti for their own nefarious purposes. And on top of that, Esau had, by the time Jake had got that land, Esau had already tilled the land so much that the land it don't even grow. It don't grow nothing. They were just they overcropped it or over harvested one crop. And I don't know what that one crop was. Might have been sugar, could have been something else. Or tobacco, but they did it so much that that land won't even push forth its fruit. Showing that the Most High ain't with them people down there, man.
It's like that in in Mississippi. I remember I was putting up fences and you know, near Memphis, and you know that land was, you know, basically used up so much from growing cotton in the South. That shit was, you know, hard as rock, man. It really was just like clay, you know. But that's because all the nutrients, what was, you know, dried, like sucked out of it, man. So I mean that, you know, America is set up for a huge famine, man. You know, worse than the Dust Bowl. You know, there's, you know, the South is where they get like all their crops. You know, Florida, oranges. You know, cotton, tobacco, shit, even weed, man. There's gonna be a famine of weed, and you know that's when 2/3 are really gonna start bugging out, man.
I'm sorry. And a brother, GMSHAWAII God put up Jeremiah 16:4. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. And they shall be consumed by the sword and famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. And that's, you know, that go back to during the time of lynching, during the time that Jake was just getting slaughtered, you know, the Trail of Tears, you know, all of that, all those different conflicts that Jake was having when he was establishing this place. And that happened because the Lord said it was going to happen, man. Because Jake is just out of control. So when you see Jake, you know, living like that, living third world poor, hey, that's well warranted. You know, again, none of Jake, Northern or Southern Kingdom, turned back to the Lord to say, we need to get right, man. You know, so when a nigga die of famine, hey, good. When a nigga die from a sword, hey, even better. When a nigga die from death, any type of death, hey, good for his ass, man. Get your head blown off, hey, good for you. And really, like Elder Damasha Pop told me, he said, hey man, the Most High, GMSHAWAII, making it get so bad that we're gonna be we're gonna be on the wall with this. Meaning, we're gonna be asking the Lord to bring this destruction. We're gonna be begging the Most High, GMSHAWAII, to destroy this place, man. Okay. You know? You got it, brother.
I'm gonna quick precept this. Isaiah 30 and verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh GMSHAWAII, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." And that's the 2/3 of Jake, man. Going back to what the brothers were going into about Haiti, man. Here we go. We have the priest of our nation. They got freed from Esau, and what did they do? They turned to witchcraft, man. And knowing how, because Levi has that, it still has it in their spirit on how the spiritual things work, man. And if you see who has, like, what country has like the worst or the strongest witchcraft, Haiti is probably the top, man, because they already had like even though they might not remember the righteous way to use sacrifices and to use you know, the herbs and all that stuff. They have that knowledge, man, and it's in the spirit of Levi to be good at those things. So when they came, instead of asking counsel of the Lord, they took it on the left hand side, man. And they, that's why what you were going into, that's why they're so jacked up, man. Because instead of turning to the Lord, they turn to a counsel of wickedness and to add sin upon sin. So the Lord ain't gonna let that land flourish and go back to being even just good, not even prosper, just to be good, like bearable. It's not going to, man, because they're doing nothing. Our people are doing nothing but wickedness, man.
Yeah, and then look at the Dominican Republic. It's the same shit, man.
Yeah,
the niggas doing Santa Maria over there, man.
Nah, and they go hand in hand, man.
Yeah.
Well, my boy in the world, he used to tell me stories on how Simeon, like, would become like heavy drug dealers and shit, and then they would go to Levi to get like witchcraft done on them and shit, like rituals and shit to basically protect them from the cops and from the law, man. So in righteousness, they don't want to join together, but in wickedness, they're with it, man. And that's the mentality of Jake, man. The 2/3. They're with wickedness, but when it comes to righteousness, they don't want to, man. They don't want to come together for Yahweh GMSHAWAII. But for the white man, oh hell yeah. Or for wickedness, oh yeah, we with it, man. And that's why the Lord says destruction unto the rebellious children, man. That take counsel, but not of me. And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
Yeah. And that's really what they want to do, Jake. You know, we could feel some type of way for Jake, but Jake don't feel that way towards themselves, nor mainly toward Yahweh GMSHAWAII, nor themselves, nor even us, man. You know what I'm saying? We're sighing and crying, but these niggas ain't sighing and crying, man. You know when Jake starts sighing and crying? When all hell breaks loose. Or when FEMA don't show up. Or when a natural disaster hit their place. Or somebody gets shot in the face. Or TT or Shaquan get locked the fuck up. Now that's an issue. Now you want to try to seek the Lord. But it'd be too late. You know? Real quick, this is Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are Sodom's children. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. And like the brother was bringing up, man, you know, Jake can come together in wickedness, but you won't come together in righteousness. And then you tearing each other up, but you won't tear the Edomite up that's living amongst you, man. You know? Yes, my brother?
This is back in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, verse 22. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. You know, but the point was, let the multitude perish. You know, you can't be caught up in the numbers of it too. You know, just because it was 7,000 Jakes get killed instead of just one, it's different now. No, fuck them all, man. You know. And if I can read up, starting at verse 15, it says, I have said before and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved, like as a wave is greater than a drop. So there's going to be way more that die than that's going to be delivered, man. Just straight up. Get used to the fact that, hey, niggas are gonna die out here, man.
That's right. Niggas gonna die. They gotta go, man. And you see these niggas every day, man. You see these niggas every day, the way they live, man, the way they act, man. All you can say is like the brother just said, hey, niggas gotta go, man.
That's right. And ultimately, man, you gotta understand that the 2/3 at rebellion with the Heavenly Father, which that means that they're at war with the Heavenly Father, man. Mm-hmm. And no matter how you feel about it, they gotta be punished, man. The Lord Himself said it. I believe it was Edris. We were speaking about that before, which Edris asked. The Lord tells Edris, like, "You think thou lovest my people more than I?" Yeah, because the Lord, what the Lord is doing is correcting us, man. And ultimately, if you don't, like Apostle Gabar always says, if words can't teach, adversity will, man. So when the Lord judges you and kills you and does all sorts of things to you as judgment, then they're gonna understand, damn, we should have listened, damn, we should have corrected our ways, man. Because all the Heavenly Father's trying to do is get Israel back to righteousness. And we gotta understand that 2/3 are not gonna make it, man. And the only way for them to understand this is through death by pain.
Hey, real quick, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out for the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open, and the tree of life is planted, and in the time to come is prepared. Plenty is made ready, a city builded, and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness in the mouth is hid from you, and the corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end it showed the treasures of immortality. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his laws, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous, and said in their heart, that there is no God, and that knowing they must die, for as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. So it's like, hey, the Most High said, fuck them niggas. Basically, that's what that is. You can round that, you can surmise that. It said, look, the world to come is made for you. This information is for you. It's not for them. You know? And even Yahawashi said, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, man. And when you look at that word world, that's the world of Israel, cosmos, man. Because this information, and he even told the parents, told the apostles at the time, disciples, he said it is given for you to know the mysteries of the kingdom, but unto them it is not given. You know, so even back then, the Most High was saying he was setting his separate within his separate, man. This is for the elect. It's just like the kingdom of heaven is prepared for you, the world that's become is made ready for you. Death and misery and pain is set for 2/3, man. And you gotta always remember that it's more 2/3 than it is 1/3, man. 2/3 is more than 1/3. So at the end, they gotta go. You know, and how they go, hey, that's up to you. How about GMSHAWAII? But when they do go, they don't feel no pain for them. Don't lift up no prayer for them niggas. You know, hey, they deserve it, man. It says, for as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. Thirst and pain. They're gonna be thirsting for natural water, you know, but really they're gonna be thirsting for that spiritual water, and they're gonna get that pain, man. However the Lord's gonna do, we're going into some of these animals, man. You know, they're gonna get that. So it says, thirst and pain are prepared for them, for it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared like for them. So here it is, the Most High, he prepared the kingdom for all of Israel. But these niggas, they were just disobedient. They could care less. That's why our people sell out at an all-time high. You know, our people, 2/3 of our people, you know, they just do what the fuck they want to do. They living in that do as thou wilt spirit, man. And ultimately, they're going to pay for that. You brothers got it.
I got a precept, Proverbs 1:24. It says, because I have called, and ye refused, and I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and will none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. That's right, man. And the Lord is sending messengers, or since Yahawashi, man. Yahawashi being the main messenger, and the disciples, apostles on down, man, to the present day, starting with our apostles at Great Millstone and all the brothers on down. The Lord sent messengers to give warning, to get you back to the power, man. And you've put it as like, fuck that. I'm cool with the world. So the Lord is gonna laugh at you when your calamity comes, man. And how is he gonna do it? Through his men. Can you get that scripture? My servant shall eat, and you shall be hungry. I'm gonna keep on reading on this. It says, when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. And like the brother was going into, man, Jake is gonna want to turn to the Lord when all hell is breaking loose, man. When their children are almost dying from famine, when all sorts of shit is going on, man. That's when Jake is gonna want to get right. But guess what? You're gonna call on the Lord. Some of you that know you're Israelites, you're gonna call on Yahweh Shemawashai, but the Lord ain't gonna hear it, man. All this time while you had time to repent, you didn't. You took the word of the Heavenly Father for nothing, man. So in those days of judgment, guess what? The Lord's gonna take you for nothing, man. and he ain't gonna have mercy on nobody except his elect.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad out here, man. You know, imagine these wild beasts running, chasing a nigga down or a couple of niggas down, man. And they don't get tired, man. The way you get tired. You know, the Lord gonna put a spirit on them that's gonna make them revert back to their natural animalistic mentality, man. And they gonna go from being docile to just tearing people apart, man. You know, and ain't gonna be no, it's gonna be babies. Motherfuckers gonna be running around, you gonna see something hanging out of a lion's mouth. What's that white thing? It's a baby's pamper, man. You know, ripping motherfuckers to shreds, man. Here's that precept. This Isaiah 65 and 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, GMSHAWAII, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for their troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto their number. Hey, yeah, you see a couple days ago, you had these fucking black Republicans, man. They're like young college students, Negroes, and they all up on fucking TV. They did it twice, but this time he put them on TV. They worshiping and praising Trump, you know, talking about how he's the best president ever. You know, he's done more for black people than anybody has. You know, these people, they furnishing the truth. They making a table for that truth. They making it so that Esau can run down on Jake, man. You know, here, you know, it'd be Jake with the biggest platforms, but what do they tell you? Nothing but wickedness, man. You niggas, you can reach millions, man. But instead of reaching millions of your people in righteousness, you do it in wickedness. It says, verse 12, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, GMSHAWAII, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
That's right, man. And like you mentioned before, that they're not just only gonna be looking for that physical food, man, but the spiritual one also, man, because it all starts in the mind. Like, people are gonna get desperate. People are gonna not know what to do. They're gonna start bugging out, man. And these people have, if you're an Israelite and you don't follow after GMSHAWAII, after righteousness, man, you don't have hope of nothing, man. And in those days, you're gonna be so the Lord's gonna bug you out so hard that it's like the brother said, your world is gonna take a fucking real hard left turn, man, and you're not gonna know what to do. So you're gonna want spiritual answers. You're gonna want answers, or you wanna know what to do, what's going on, and you're not gonna get them. And you're gonna want food, and you're gonna want drink physically, man. And the Lord's not gonna give it to you. Because why? Because you chose to do those things in which the Lord delighted not, man. Rebellion. You chose rebellion.
You get Isaiah 33:6, brother.
You could go on down there. Oh, you finished? Oh.
No, I'm gonna finish. I still got some more.
Yeah, okay.
Verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation and spirit.
Kind of like it said in Proverbs 1, it says that the Lord was going to laugh at your calamity. Right there, that's a precept that shows you how the Lord is going to laugh at you, man. Because he's going to have his elect, the ones that were warning you, that you were mocking at, he's going to have them rejoicing while you're crying and fucking being desperate and you know, just bugged out. And we're going to be sane, man. We're going to be rooted in this truth, in the faith of GMSHAWAII, and we're going to have that hope, man.
Did Isaiah 33:6, brother?
This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and
keep reading.
And strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Yeah. So when all hell breaking loose, we talk about the physical sustenance, water and bread, something to drink and eat. But really, they're not going to have this, man. Jake's, in any community, man, Jake's got the Bible, but they don't understand it. So they're not going to have this true breakdown. Because one, the apostles and the elders and the brothers on down, we're going to be off the streets. YouTube's going to be down. They're going to block all these videos. So you're not going to be able to go on the internet and find these videos. And like the apostles, they stopped doing the live feed, and they record it, and then they put it up as soon as it's over. But the crazy thing about it is, just like Apostle Tahar said, as soon as they put it up, man, you got scoffers getting on the video talking shit, man. So a lot of you scoffers, all of you scoffers, you're not gonna have no life, man. You're gonna have no life. Once YouTube is shut down, you're not gonna have nothing that you can come up against. Now, it's gonna be you, it's gonna be the Most High against you. And who's gonna win? GMSHAWAII, every time, man. All that scoffers gonna come back to remembrance, and you're gonna be done away with, man.
And the Lord is gonna put a spirit. I mean, just me thinking, but the Lord's gonna put a spirit in you that you're gonna know, like, damn, the Lord's gonna kill me, and you're just gonna be waiting for your death, man. Obviously, you're gonna be desperate, looking for food, trying to survive. But in your spirit, you're gonna know. You 2/3 are gonna know, like, damn, we fucked up, and then you're gonna have that spirit of, damn, I'm just waiting for my death, man. Because ultimately, your spirits are gonna know, like, damn, those men out there, those bug outs, those bums, whatever you called us, they were right. And look, everything they told us is coming to pass, man. And not just because we said it, but because GMSHAWAII said it, man.
That's right.
Then verse 7, it says, "Behold, their valiant ones shall cry without. The ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. The highways lie waste. The way."
Hey, that's those valiant ones. Hey, that's those. What are you reading that, brother? I can look it up in the blue letter.
33 and 7.
God, those valiant ones, all your idols, your people that you idolize in this society, man. They're gonna do what? Read that again, brother.
It says, "Behold, their valiant ones shall cry without."
Yeah, they're gonna be crying outside, like, what the hell, man? What's going on? All these people that you think are strong, they're gonna be nothing, man. Go ahead.
It says, "The ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly."
Yeah, all your Al Sharp tongues, your Jesse Jackasses, all of these people that say everything's gonna be all right, everything's gonna be okay, they're gonna cry bitterly, man.
And then that synonym, according to the 1611 Bible, for valiant ones is messengers.
Oh yes, so all your pastors, all your preachers, because they're the ones always giving you the message, man. All these so-called Black and Hispanic and Native American leaders, which you don't really see too many Native and Indian leaders, but they be doing the same shit, man.
Yeah, what was that one where he got into it with the ISUPK and the kids from Kentucky?
Yeah, it was HOI. I forget his name, but he has some crazy in the old man.
Yeah.
The old Northern Kingdom. Yeah.
But basically, he was a sellout, man.
Yeah, he was a straight up sellout.
Just trying to, what is it called? He was basically paid off to just cause a controversy.
Yeah.
And all those preachers and leaders of congregations, man, when this judgment starts to be played out, man, people are gonna know, like, damn, these motherfuckers like fooled us, man, and they're gonna go after you, man. You pastors and you leaders of congregations like Nate, that is telling the congregation that there's not gonna be no Jacob's trouble. Guess what your congregation is gonna be doing, man?
Yep.
When all hell breaks loose, they're gonna be looking for your ass, fucking trying to kill you, man.
Why'd you tell us that? Why'd you lie to us?
God, people really think that this is a joke, man. We ain't out here to get famous for none of that shit, man. We're warning our people because that's what GMSHAWAII told us to do, man. And in hopes of our salvation. Not to get no damn fame, not to get no money off of nobody, man. We're here because we truly, sincerely believe in GMSHAWAII and in this word, man. And we're warning you about it. We're warning you about the Lord, about his judgment that he's about to bring forth, man. In the hopes that some of you that watch us wake up, man.
Which the elect, they're gonna wake up. It's 2/3, you're not gonna wake up, nigga. You're gonna be asleep. You're going to be asleep until all hell breaks loose. And that guy that the brother was mentioned, his name was Nathan Phillips.
Yeah,
the Northern Kingdom guy, he was a plant, basically a plant. Yeah, it went back to something that he had. It's also known as Sky Man. Yeah, Sky Man. He's through, man. He looked through, man. But that was all set up to rouse Jake up, man. And it was doing a good job for a while, man. It was edification for us on our side through spirit power of GMSHAWAII, and it was making a lot of Jakes, especially of the Northern Kingdom, get riled up, man. Cause you bullshitting, man. You pussyfooting while all this stuff is going on, man. And we talk about niggas, but a lot of you Uncle Thomasinus, and Aunt Thomasinus and Uncle Tomahawks, man, you're gonna pay too, man.
Yeah, right. I think Esau called them prairie niggas.
Yeah,
back
prairie
in the day.
niggas. Yeah. Hey, anybody have anything else?
Yeah, I got
Go ahead, brother.
This is Micah chapter 3 and verse 4. Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doings.
That's right, man. Hey, read it again, I'm sorry.
Micah 3 and 4. Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doings.
Yeah, and then that's what's going to happen, man, because right now, you can see the Lord's face. We doing these epistles. This is the Lord's face, man. Okay? Coming together under GMSHAWAII, breaking his word down to you, and it's so easily accessible. You can either turn it on, turn it off, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. But in that day, this is going to be hidden from you, man. And his elect, Lord willing, we be part of that number, are going to be what? Hid from all that, man. All that destruction. Yeah, we're going to witness it. Yeah, we're going to live through it, Lord willing, we be part of the elect. But you, Jakes, it's going to be full throttle for you, man. Like we about to get into this article about more tigers. More tigers in American backyards than in the wild, man. And you ever seen a tiger, man? In real life, they strong as shit. You know? And they're going to have that spirit on them. They're not going to get tired, man. And you get that one video with that wicked-ass, demonic-ass nigga woman jumping up in there, enticing a lion. And he just looking like, what the fuck is this? And she looking like, what the fuck? And she got demons all over her. Hey, that lion could have just tore her ass apart. Hey, but the Lord got her saved for a special destruction. She gonna meet that same lion again, but this time it's gonna be on her grounds, man. In her apartment building, you know what I'm saying? Or wherever the fuck this bitch live at in Brooklyn, man. She's gonna be through, man. And if, like I told the brothers before, you ever notice, the majority of zoos, they're concentrated within cities, man. They're basically put a zoo in the middle where people live at, man. The Philadelphia Zoo, that shit's in a ghetto, man. The Brooklyn Zoo, that shit's in the ghetto, man. Hey, the Honolulu Zoo, that's just right down there at a spot where thousands of people walk every day. Right across the street from Sunset Beach. Right down the street from Waikiki, man.
Yeah, the Memphis Zoo is like in Midtown. It's like in between Midtown and downtown, which is where you have like a wide variety, you know, poor, rich, different nations too. So I mean, when those motherfuckers get out, everybody's getting in, man.
Yeah, it's through, man. Back in Jeremiah 15 and 3, well, I'll start at 2 again. It says, and it shall come to pass. Oh, I'm sorry, you had something, brother? Khan?
No.
Okay, Khan. It shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, such as are for death to death, and such as are for sword to sword, and such as are for famine to famine, and such as are for captivity to captivity. So you're gonna have Jake getting thrown in them concentration camps. They got the Terminator movie coming out on the 1st. And that movie tells you straight up that they show you straight up concentration camps with the Northern Kingdom in there, man. Well, fuck them. Let them go up in there, man. See if Cesare Borgia, Jesus Christus going Serapis Christus or Crispies. See how he gonna save you niggas, man. See how Allah gonna deliver you niggas, man.
I got appreciate it.
You got it.
All right, this is Judges chapter 10, verse 13. It says, "Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation." You know, just like the Ak was saying, man. Like, hey, man, you want to go and fuck around with these other idols, you know, playing the harlot. You know, go try to see if they're gonna give you play when your ass is in the corner, man.
Yep.
Get that cable out, the front one. Not the other. Or yeah, let me use that.
You know, because it's just like it's like, man, you've been giving this chick like all your attention and all your time and shit and like resources, you know, to try to win her over, but then she wants to go and fuck around with other dudes. And then when she actually needs help, you're like, man, go get your other dudes, man.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with you anymore.
Yeah.
You know, there's a point where, you know, you get fed up with all the bullshit. And that's how the Most High feels towards you 2/3, man.
I got a precept. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, and verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. It says, fire and hail, and famine, and death, all these were created for vengeance. The teeth of wild beasts, and the scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Yeah, man, the Most High's army is deep, man. He can turn anybody into a soldier of his, you know?
Hell yeah.
Snakes, vipers, scorpions, bears, tigers, just rolling deep, man. Coming out of the mountains, out of the jungles, man.
God, like anything, man. It says fire, hail, the Lord could bring a strong wind, man, and carry something off of a tree and hit you, a branch, and make it fall upon you.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that is controlled by the spirit world, man, by the angels that control certain elements. So hey, the Lord, like that show, 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah.
Well, the Lord got infinite ways to die, man.
And you know, he could do some wild shit. Like, I don't know why I thought of this, but you know those cheesy ass movies, Sharknado.
Oh yeah, those B movies.
Yeah.
But the Most High could really do some shit like that.
Yeah,
You know?
Sharknado really real.
just send like a fucking you know, a tornado filled with like sharks and just land on your ass, man.
Yeah, they had a movie that came out a couple months ago about it might have been out, it might still about to come out. It's about this big ass alligator that's stalking these Edomites during a flood, man. So the whole neighborhood got flooded out, and this Edomite chick, she's out here battling this big ass fucking alligator and shit. You know, it ate her father up and shit, and now she's battling like she's a damn super heroine, nigga. Nah, it's gonna be some real motherfuckers like that. Those are called bull alligators, man. You can fit a whole human inside that motherfucker, and he still be wanting more food, man.
Hey, man, because those alligators, man, them shits are, you know, like you said, get huge, man.
Yeah.
There's this thing called the gator death roll, you know? Shit.
Oh yeah, once that plant when they spin.
Yeah, man, they destroy motherfuckers, man. Talking about broken and twisted up joints, legs, ligaments, just one roll, flat.
Yeah.
Man, you through.
Man. Ain't not I thought you knew. Yeah, precept, brother. And this is Jeremiah 30:14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquities, because thy sins were increased. Yeah, all those different nations that you try to appease. Yeah, it's going to happen again. All these Edomites that you Jake women like to crawl up their ass and be their little bed wench, man. He going to turn on your nappy-headed black ass, man. You know, even you Uncle Toms, man. He gonna do that to you niggas too, man. What you think Trump gonna protect you niggas when all hell breaking loose? Where's the president? You know, you done snitched on everybody. You done turned. Now to show ass, Mr. Postman. Okay. Another real quick one. Jeremiah 2:28. Was this the one you just read, brother? Nah, you read a different scripture, right?
Yeah,
Jeremiah 2:28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made? Let them arise. if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble, for according to the number of thy cities are the gods of Judah.
God, and that shows you how much into idol worship our people are into, man. And the Lord's being sarcastic, saying, "Oh, are your idols gonna deliver you, man?" He knows, hell no, they ain't gonna do it, because these idols are nothing, man. The Lord is the one that controls everything. And no matter how much you pray to a damn statue or to whatever the hell you're praying to, man, ultimately GMSHAWAII is the one that dictates everything, man.
Yeah, that's right. Your mama can't save you. Her fat ass can't save you. Your woman can't save you. Her funky ass can't save you. The kids can't save you. Allah, Ali Akbars, whatever. None of that shit's gonna save you niggas, man. You niggas always calling on Jesus. Where the fuck is Jesus at, man? Nigga never shows up. All these idols that you worship, they on a break, man. They been on a break, man. A lunch break, man.
That's right.
Muhammad ain't coming on no fucking Pegasus to fly down and swoop down and save you niggas, man.
That's right.
Praying 5 times a day. And then when some so-called good shit happens to you niggas, you don't attribute it to GMSHAWAII. You attribute it to these idols, man. Well, guess what? In that day, you know, a lot of these niggas like this rapper Freeway. I actually know that nigga personally, man. This nigga got a new kidney. Now this nigga's going on a fucking world campaign to tell people about kidney disease and all this other shit. Nigga, you got that kidney, one, because you got some money, but mainly, two, you got some money, but one, Most High got you saved for a destruction, my nigga. You a big ass, you a big time Muslim, man. You go to Saudi Arabia, you dress like these niggas, you learn the language and shit. You start walking around that motherfucking funky ass stone and that dirty ass country, man. You niggas are humble down for Ali Akbars, but you won't humble down for the Lord. Well, the Lord got a special death for you niggas, man. You know, it never crossed your mind once that the reason why a lot of you live from these almost near-death experiences, because the Lord's gonna save you for destruction, my nigga. He gonna destroy you, nigga.
That's right.
Here, just point blank simple, man. And nobody can deliver you from the hands of GMSHAWAII. Once you in those grass, you through, man. Hey, just don't look over here. It's gonna be the biggest I told you so moment is about to happen.
That's right.
Back in Jeremiah chapter 15 verse 3, it says, "I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, GMSHAWAII, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy." Yep. There was another one. I think it's in the Apocrypha. It's Teeth of Wild Beasts. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, I had just read that one. Oh, I'll get it again.
God.
This is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 39 and verse 28. It says, "Oh, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." It says, "Fire and hail and famine and death, all these things are created for vengeance." This is the point. It says, "Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction."
Yeah, that's right, man. And that's all of those different things is going to be for the wicked, man. I got that article that your brother was talking about.
Okay.
This is off of WWF worldwildlife.org. So this is a main organization that tracks animals, so-called endangered species too. You know, it says more tigers are in backyards than in the wild. It says update April 5th, because this is dated July 29, 2014, and this is an update at April 5th, 2016. Tiger population fighting for a comeback in the wild will receive a much-needed lifeline from the United States government. Improved and tightened regulations around captive tigers will make it more difficult for captive bred tigers to filter into and stimulate the illegal wildlife trade that threatens wild tigers. Asia. More than 451,000 supporters call for the U.S. government to help make this happen. Yeah, because You remember them two faggots, Siegfried and Roy? You ever heard of them? They had them two white tigers.
Oh yeah.
And one fuck one of them faggots up, man. Destroy that nigga body. They couldn't even do the act no more. Since one of the world's largest populations of tigers exists not in the wild, but in captivity in the United States. With an estimated 5,000 tigers, the U.S. captive tiger population exceeds the approximately 3,200 tigers in the world. So here it is. These animals are basically an endangered species, man. You want to know where they all at? They in back of some Edomite or some boxer's backyard, man.
That's right.
Hey, the Lord got them on a cuff too, waiting. He gonna bring them out, man. Hey, a nigga gonna see a tiger, a whole fucking tiger jump through a window in a major city, and you gonna ask, well, how did that happen, man? What the hell is it doing up in there? Because the Lord.
That's right.
It was illegally trafficked into the United States, so it can destroy you niggas, man.
Mm-hmm. And then I think that article says something about like, because they're really expensive to keep up with, they just like abandon them. They just let them loose.
I mean, oh yeah, it was one time, like I don't know, a few years back, it was just a random lion just walking in the streets, man. It was like, it wasn't from a zoo or nothing. It was from somebody's private collection, man.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like back in Memphis, I saw a fox running around the neighborhood. Like, and they're not like supposed to be in Memphis. Like, that's not really like a place where you find foxes at. You know? No, man.
Well, you see, like right now with all this gentrification and building that Esau is doing, he's actually encroaching in on these animals' natural habitat. So now they're not even just in their natural habitats or just in zoos. It's these communities are being built around them. Like in Las Vegas, they do a lot of building. They gotta build these walls. These walls they gotta build so high because of these cats and lions, these desert creatures, these desert animals, man.
Yeah, like leopards and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like by where my mom's lives at, upstate New York.
God.
There's a bunch of not coyotes damn, it's like a wild dog.
Wolves? Is that a wolf?
No, I think actually it is coyote.
Coyote.
Yeah, I think it's like a coyote or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then I was in my mom's house one time sleeping over there, and I heard like a bunch of them, and they were like tearing something up, bro, like another animal. Like we heard like them like going, and then they attacked something, and I heard something go like, and then they were just like fucking eating something, bro. I was just like, damn.
Well, they'll turn on each other too. They'll fight each other too, to the death.
Yeah, man, and not just like tigers that people leave behind, but all these animals, man. The Lord's gonna put the spirit in all these animals to come out, and America has a bunch of animals, man. Grizzly bears, coyotes, fucking which one? Leopards, like a bunch of animals, man. Like look at Florida. In Florida, they got problems with crocodiles, fucking just popping up or gators in people's pools and shit, bro.
Yeah, they'll be on like golf courses and shit. Hell no, man.
And it's real quick. This is an article. It's from 2011, October 19. It says that dangerous exotic animals turned loose, hunted down in Ohio. Private collectors actively trade in exotic animals all over the United States in a vibrant and poorly regulated market. One such collector created a day of fear and outrage after he turned loose dozens of lions, tigers, bears, and other exotic animals in a small Ohio town, and then shot himself Tuesday night. Damn! Hey, the Lord is a terrible power, man. He made that Edomite. It sounded like an Edomite, but he made that devil, whatever. He killed himself, let loose his damn private zoo, and he killed himself, man. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, man. Hey, it's a scripture in Amos where it says, as one flee from a bear, then a lion did catch him. That's not just a parable, man. I think that's oh man. Might be Amos 8 and 11. Somebody get that? If it ain't Amos 8 and 11, try Amos 11 and 8. I'm sorry, Amos 5 and 11. Try Amos 5 and 11. Get Amos 8 and 11 first, and then try Amos 5 and 11. Yes, Amos 5 and 18. It's the water to the brother GMS and the truth Orlando. Amos 5 and 18.
Okay, this is Amos 5 and 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it?"
Yeah, so you might escape. You might escape a bear or a lion, and a bear catch your ass, and you're like, "Oh, I'm safe. I'm safe. I escaped the lion and the bear." And next thing you know, you go to put your head on the wall and rest, and then that fucking snake that just that poisonous snake just bites your ass, man. You through, nigga. A cobra, a ass, a viper, and you through.
Bro, there's so many animals that can fuck you up, man.
Yeah.
Like even like a cat bite. They say cat bites are worse than dog bites because their fangs are so deep, it's hard to like clean it out. So it gets infected and it gets all swollen up and like it spreads. You're slowly dying then.
Yeah.
You know, a dog bite, it just tears it, wide open.
Yeah.
And then, you can't use it. But as long as you clean it up and just like rest it for like, you can recover. But shit, nah, when you got all these kind of shits you got to worry about. Shit, there's poisonous frogs. Yeah. If they touch you, then like you're poisoned, man.
They got poison mosquitoes. They had an issue with poison mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, now they're carrying around like, AIDS. They're carrying around the Zika virus.
All that shit.
Well, shoot, no, I had made a lesson, but I had a problem with the audio, so I had to like take it down. Okay. But Esau made like GMO mosquitoes, man, like genetically mutated mosquitoes to fight like a mosquito crisis down in Brazil, man. So hey, ultimately the Heavenly Father is gonna use Esau to send out all these plagues, man, with animals, with genetically modified animals, man.
That's right, man. And so it said back in that article, it says dangerous exotic animals turned loose, hunted down in Ohio. It says a tiger cub for $700, a baby cougar for $675, and a 2-year-old giraffe for $25,000. And then it says private collectors actively trade in exotic animals all over the United States in a vibrant and poorly regulated market. One such collector created a day of fear and outrage after it turned loose dozens of lions. That's 12 lions, tigers, bears, and other exotic animals in a small Ohio town, then shot himself Tuesday night. Terry Thompson, 62, was found dead in his property, dead on his property through the night and into Wednesday afternoon. The animals from his private menagerie became the victims of an impromptu big game hunt. You know them Edomites, they got their guns up and they was ready. Oh, we hunting something. They probably can't afford that shit. Oh, I got me a lion today. It says a big game, impromptu big game hunt by sheriff's deputies seeking to protect residents in Zanesville. So yeah, man. It says the deputies shot and killed 18 rare Bengal tigers. And like the brother we going in the article, it said there's more tigers in backyards than it is in the wild, man. 18 Bengal tigers, man. 17 lions. 6 black bears. Where the fuck this nigga live at? 2 grizzlies. 2 grizzly bears? You know how big a grizzly bear is, bro? These guys don't go to Memphis Grizzlies, man. It's a basketball team. Hey, a grizzly bear is one of the biggest bears that exists, man. Probably bigger sometimes than a polar bear, man. 3 mountain lions and a baboon. And you seen what that baboon did to Esau in that movie? Oh my goodness, bro. Associated Press reported 3 leopards, 2 monkeys, and a grizzly bear were captured and sent to the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. A wolf was found dead, and a monkey was still at large. Yeah, and these monkeys are strong. They ripped that one bitch face off. She had to get a face transplant, yo. You know? Shit ain't no joke, man. So it's, god damn.
Especially like gorillas.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think about them gorillas on the loose, man.
Oh yeah, them silverbacks, some big black ones.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck, man. Harambe. Yeah. They had to put Harambe down because it was gonna kill that
kill that baby, man.
kill that baby.
Yeah, they'll do the fucking I don't know if you've seen the Avengers movie when Hulk grabbed fucking Thor like bam 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 bam.
Yep.
Hell yeah, they easily could fucking grab a human and do that shit, man.
Hell yeah. So back in that first article, it says, god damn, bro. On the first anniversary of this tragedy in 2012, WWF was among several conservation and welfare organizations to submit a joint petition to the USDA asking for a ban on public contact with tiger cubs. This will help ensure public safety, slow breeding of captive tigers, make them easier to track, and stop wildlife crime by preventing captive tigers from leaking into the illegal wildlife trade. Now that's just some of them, bro. That's the illegal trade, because you have a legal trade too, man. Like one of the Rothschilds back in the day, I think it was Edward or William Rothschild, one of them two. They he used to collect endangered species, and he had his own zoo. They got a picture of this nigga riding on a horse and carriage with two zebras, man. You know what I'm saying? So these super wealthy and super elite, they got all that shit, man. So this is the kind of thing you got to worry about. You know? You got it, brother. We start winding down too, bro.
Okay.
Like an hour in. Go ahead, brother.
I mean, you got something?
No, I ain't nothing.
No, you got it.
I mean, I could get this one to close out.
Come on, brother.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and 13. It says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Heavenly Father and keep His commandments, for this is the duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil."
Yeah.
That's right, man. So again, the reason we do this epistles, the reasons we out there is because we're trying to give you Israelites the gospel, man, the good news. This words that can lead to salvation, man, if you are part of the elect. And to avoid the sad perils, hey, you gotta wholeheartedly put your trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua and let Him guide you through the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, man.
That's right, man.
So,
hey, the brother said a male grizzly bear can weigh up to 700 pounds, man.
Bucks.
I think they grow up to like 10 feet or 7 feet, something like that, man.
How tall?
Hey, the Lord ain't playing, man. Like the brother said, everybody's part of the Heavenly Father's host, man. Hell yeah, man.
It says what? Adult. It says a large adult is 3.3 feet. That's grizzly bear. It says a giant panda 2 to 3 feet. A polar bear 5 feet to 7.9 feet. A brown bear 2 to 3 feet. 2.3 feet to 5 feet.
A grizzly bear, how much?
Oh, like on all fours and stuff?
No,
Yeah, that's
on the like standing up, the grizzly
so
bear.
it says a grizzly bear length 6.5 feet. A height of 3 feet, large bear at the withers. It says a lifespan 20 years. Yeah, so about 6 feet.
Yeah.
Almost 7 feet, bro.
Yeah, that's a big.
Hey, brother, that's still huge, man.
700 pounds, though.
Yeah, 700
That's like
pounds.
2 fucking linebackers combined in one.
Yeah. That's
Damn, a swing of a fucking bear. Oh my goodness.
How much force?
Second Ezra's 9 and.
Yeah, they got clubs for paws, man.
I just put how much force does a bear have in its strength. It says a wow. It says a bear searching for an insect turned over a flat-shaped rock that weighed between 310 to 325 pounds. So if he can pick that shit up, imagine how much a swipe from that motherfucker. Oh man, bro. Hey man, You see videos of when animals attack, man. That's all you gotta do is type in videos of when animals attack, and you will see. You'll be there for hours, man. Fuck around going to a YouTube hole, man. You got it, brother.
This is 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 6. It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said pearls, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. That's right, man. So again, it's all about the elect, man, and those of us that have been bestowed with this with the gift of faith and this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. We're gonna be saved by that faith in GMSHAWAII and our works, man, because faith is a verb that requires action, man. So all these works that we're doing is for our salvation, man.
That's right. Yeah, man. You know, going back to that scripture in Ecclesiastes, what was it, 12? I think it was.
Yeah.
Last verse. It said the whole matter is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments, man. And that's what we're telling our people to do. And not only are we telling you, we're actually putting it to practice in our own daily lives. You know what I'm saying? So we're not being made hypocrites. You know, and that's really, you know, people ask, oh, what's the, you know, one of the biggest questions, or what's the
purpose of life?
Yeah, what's the purpose of life? Or what's the reason why we're here? To fear the Most High, keep His commandments. That's the whole duty of man, the Israelite man. And ultimately, it's going to be for you heathens too in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know. Anybody got anything else? That's it.
That's it.
All right, so with that, we want to give all praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
We'll say double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teachers' word and truth to sincerity for ruling well. Salutations to our fellow Akim. Keep pushing, keep striving. And was out of here. Shalom.
Hey, shalom.